So the first question says the central nervous system in human body consists of the brain and dash.
B.
The brain and spinal cord. Very good. Dash carry information from body to the spinal cord.
Neuroglia.
No, I told you when I was teaching you central nervous system that neuroglia are just supporting cells in the central nervous system and in the peripheral nervous system. So the answer to this is nerves fibers. Nerves fibers transmit, they carry information from the body to the spinal cord. Neuroglia are supporting cells like astrocytes, Schwann cells, and so on and so forth. Question 3, a jelly-like material that constitutes about 80% of water in the cell is known as. Yeah, we assume you can hear me. A jelly-like material that constitutes about 80% of water in the cell is known as the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the answer. You know, we said that the cell is composed of water. The cytoplasm is composed of water and organelles. The water part of the cytoplasm is called the cytosol. But here, the cytosol was not given as an option. So the best option we can choose is the cytoplasm, since the cytoplasm consists of the cytosol and the organelles swimming in them. Mental activities such as intelligence, thinking, and sense of responsibility are functions of that. The answer to this question is the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex. I told you when we were taking nervous system anatomy that when you say someone is cerebral, it means that the person is very intelligent. So the cerebral cortex is responsible for the mental activities such as intelligence, thinking, and sense of responsibility. The cerebral cortex is involved in higher brain functions. Okay. So question 5. The basic unit of nervous system is called dash. I know you guys are very good. What?
Neuron.
Neuron. Very good. Perfect. The basic unit of nervous system is called the neuron. Question 6. One of the following hormones is secreted to prepare the breast for lactation after birth. One of the following. Prolactin. Excellent. Very good. Question 7. When large food molecules are broken down into a form that is absorbable, it is called, we have done it now, is digestion. Breaking down of food is digestion. Don't be confused by the grammar. The conversion of fibrinogen into fibrin to prevent further loss of blood is called the
coagulation.
Yes, very good. Although we have not done blood, but we are going to do it. It's called coagulation. Coagulation. Okay, so formation of ova and reception of spermatozoa are basic functions of dash.
Female reproductive.
Excellent. They are basic functions of the female reproductive system. The smallest arteries break up into a number of minute blood vessels referred to as
arterioles.
No, I told you arterioles are the smallest arteries.
Okay, sorry.
So the answer here is capillaries.
Capillaries.
Yeah, capillaries. The smallest arteries are the arterioles. There cannot be smaller arteries than arterioles. So they break up into capillaries. The exchange of genetic materials in meiosis 1 is referred to as, or is termed as, crossing over. That's what we call it, crossing over. And crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between homologous chromosomes during meiosis 1. Which of these organelles is responsible for protein synthesis?
Ribosome.
Ribosomes. What is the basic functional and structural unit of the human body? Cell. A collection of cells with any intercellular materials performing one or more function is
organ.
No, tissue. Is from cell to tissue, tissue to organ, organ to system. Okay, cell to tissue, tissue to organ, organ to system. So a collection of cell performing similar function will be tissue. A collection of tissue performing similar function will be organ. And a collection of organ performing similar function will be system. Just like we have the digestive system, we have the main organ, and we have the accessory organs. Okay, so a tissue type consisting of fat cells surrounded by reticular fibers are called, you have answered this one too before. So
adipose tissue.
adipose tissue, very good. What type of muscle is found in the iris and anus? What kind of epithelial tissue is found in the urinary bladder? The answer is transitional epithelium tissue. That's what you find in any part of the body that needs to extend. You know, as the bladder is storing urine, it expands until it reaches its capacity. When it reaches its capacity, you now go to the toilet to pee. So any part of the body that needs to expand will be lined by transitional epithelium. The coronary arteries are found in the
Heart.
heart. Yeah, very good. Which of the following blood cells carry oxygen?
Red.
Red blood cell, RBC. It carries oxygen because it contains the pigment hemoglobin. And that hemoglobin is what the oxygen binds to.
For that side.
Blood leaves the left ventricle of the heart through. When blood leaves the left ventricle, where does it go to? We have done this. Aorta. Perfect. One of these is responsible for the clotting of blood. What?
Bilirubin.
No. It's not bilirubin. It's platelets. Bilirubin is under digestion. We treated it under digestion of fat. We said it is stored by the gallbladder, okay? And it is produced by the liver. But platelets, thrombocytes, they are also known as thrombocytes. Which of the following can be best compared to soldiers of the body? Soldiers, they help you fight infection. Soldiers,
White blood cell.
white
blood cell.
blood cell. Perfect. The genetic disease which the blood does not clot against, genetic disease the blood does not clot is hemophilia. And the people that have this condition have to be careful, because if they have cuts, the bleeding may continue. So it's hemophilia. This is also a dash. This is about T cells. There are dash. This is about T cells. 4 main types of T cells. Okay?
Hey.
There are four main types of T cells. We have the helper T cells, cytotoxic T cells, memory T cells, and regulatory T cells. These are the 4 types of T cells that we have. HIV. Oh, in fact, they know you might not know it. So question 25 is the answer. You get. See how they helped you. Question 25. Memory T cells, regulatory T cells, cytotoxic T cells, and helper T cells. So they put the answer in the next question. So there are 4 main types of T cells. HIV that causes attack and infect dash. HIV actually attack and infect helper T cells. Helper T cells. Helper T cells. Don't worry, we still do all of these things under blood. So there's no need to worry. The function of the skeletal system include the following except the function of
Phagocytosis.
Phagocytosis. Very good. Bones are formed by a process called
Osteosis.
No. Is ossification. The soft spot on a newborn skull before the sutures are formed is called that when you give birth to a child, there is a place on the skull that is not well formed or not yet formed and is very soft. It's called fontanelle. fontanelle. What is the vertebra that the skull rests upon? The answer is the atlas. The atlas is the first cervical vertebra. Is C1. The atlas is the first cervical vertebra, and it supports the skull. It supports the skull. Question 39. 30. The sternum is otherwise called dash.
Breastbone.
Breastbone. Breastbone.
Yeah, breastbone. Good, breastbone. Which of the following is a characteristic feature of cardiac muscle? I said they are intercalated. Intercalated. The presence of branching cells with intercalated discs. I said it under the cardiovascular system anatomy. The cardiac muscle cells are characterized by branching and the presence of intercalated discs. And this will help facilitate contraction, synchronized contraction. The structural and functional unit of kidney is
Nephron.
Nephron. The inflammation of the ureter due to the upward spread of infection in cystitis is called dash.
Urethritis.
What
A?
option? No, is C. Anytime you hear inflammation, you just put ITIS in the organ concerned or in the part of the body concerned. So if you put ITIS here, it gives you C. It's a straightforward question. Yeah. Why this one, cystitis, may be difficult for you to know, but it means the inflammation of the urinary bladder. That's what cystitis means, the inflammation of the urinary bladder. The micturition center is located in the, but micturition means to urinate, to pee, and the center is located in the pons, in the brain. Okay? Is located in the pons. The kidneys are located in the dash. They are located in the retroperitoneal area. They are located behind the peritoneum of the abdominal cavity. So we say they are located in the retroperitoneal area. One of these is the site for gaseous exchange. We have said no, now it's alveoli. Alveoli. We have said this several. We said when blood leaves the pulmonary artery, it goes to the alveoli of the lungs to pick up oxygen. So the answer is the alveoli. Okay. The inner surfaces of bronchioles and bronchi are lined by dash epithelium. They are lined by pseudostratified epithelium. Pseudostratified. The inner surfaces of the bronchi and bronchioles are lined with pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium, and it helps trap and move particles out of the airways. The roof of the nasal cavity is formed by dash bone. The roof, okay, is formed by ethmoid bone. Okay, ethmoid bone. Yeah. So the nerve sensitive to smell are called dash endings. They are olfactory nerve endings. The larynx is otherwise called dash. You should know this one.
Voice box.
Voice box. Yeah, very good. Voice box. The left lung is divided into how many lobes? It's divided into 2. Actually, the right lung is divided into 3 lobes, but the heart is resting on the left lung. So it removes a part of the lobe. Not that it removes or literally, but it creates a space, a notch. So the left lung has 2 lobes because the heart is resting on it. Okay. The space where there should be the third lobe or the middle lobe, the heart is resting on that space. And we call that space the cardiac notch. The meninges are made up of how many layers? Okay, so the meninges are made up of 3 layers. 3 layers. We have the dura mater, the arachnoid mater, and the pia mater. Okay. The primary responsibility of the spinal cord is dash.
To transmit impulse between the brain and the body.
Excellent. D, to transmit impulses between the brain and the body. Which of the following would not be produced by the sympathetic nervous system during the stress response?
Increase digestive system.
I'm not sure if you are scared now. Imagine there's a lion now chasing you. Would your heart rate be slow or fast? If a lion is chasing you, your heart rate will be fast. That's it. The heart rate cannot be slow when you are under stress. It will rather be fast. Okay. So how do neurotransmitters affect the postsynaptic neuron? That is, they either excite or inhibit the next neuron. That's what they do. The beta cells of the pancreatic islet produce dash.
Insulin.
Insulin. That's what they produce. They produce insulin. The target of the hormone erythropoietin is for the production of red blood cells. And the red blood cells are produced where? Or the blood cells are produced where? In the bone marrow.
Bone marrow.
That's the hormone that opposes the function of parathyroid hormone is, we said there are two hormones that work on calcium level in the blood or in the body. So there are two hormones.
Yeah.
Parathyroid hormone is one. Which one is the other one?
Calcitonin.
Calcitonin. Even from the name, you know that is working on calcium. So an enlarged thyroid is the result of deficiency of goiter. Goiter is iodine.
Iodine.
Goiter is iodine.
Potassium.
It's iodine. It's not potassium. It's iodine. Glucagon is secreted by dash cells. Alpha cells. Glucagon is secreted by alpha cells. Delta cells do not secrete glucagon. I think those ones secrete somatostatin also. Alpha cells secrete glucagon. Beta cells secrete insulin. Yeah. So the two major divisions of the autonomic nervous system are sympathetic, parasympathetic. Yeah. One of these is not a main part of the human male reproductive system. B, we don't have a network of tubes and tubules and tubes. Okay. So that one is in the female reproductive system. In the testes, spermatogenesis takes place in the
seminiferous tubules.
Seminiferous tubules. I have mentioned these ones too. The cap formed from the corpus spongiosum over the distal end of the penis is the head of the penis. That's glans. The powerhouse of a cell is dash.
Mitochondria.
Emulsification in formation of micelles is related to digestion and absorption of fat. So fat and oil. I just wanted you to. Dash is an accessory organ of digestion.
Liver.
Good. After food has been thoroughly mixed in the stomach, it passes down the gut as
chyme.
Digestion of proteins begin in the
mouth.
Digestion of protein begins in the stomach.
Okay, protein.
Yeah.
Duodenum.
The digestion of carbohydrates that begins in the mouth. Digestion of protein begin in the stomach, not duodenum. It is digestion of fat that begins in the small. The enzyme responsible for digestion of starch is
amylase.
Very good. Gallbladder is important to digestion of fat. Why?
Because of the bile.
Bile, yes. It stores bile. Yeah, very good. Dash pumps blood into systemic circulation. What pumps blood into the aorta?
The left ventricle.
That is the answer now. The left ventricle. Absorption of nutrients during digestive process is a function of what part of the digestive? Small intestine. Sharp. During the process of oogenesis in sexually reproductive organism, dash degenerate. The answer is oogonia. It is the formation of eggs in female. The pancreatic juice consists of the following chemicals except except this one too.
Mineral
Bile.
salt.
Bile is
Bile.
bile. Bile is in the gallbladder. It's not part of the pancreatic juice. Okay, so one of the following structures is otherwise known as windpipe. Windpipe.
Trachea.
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 So this one too is from your integrated science. The type of pharynx that is connected to the nasal cavity is referred to as, very straightforward,
Nasopharynx.
nasopharynx. God bless you. That constitute the outermost layer of the eyes, not for the eyes. We have done this too before. It is the sclera. The sclera.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
the sclera. The innermost layer of the eye is called, we should do special senses.
Retina.
Retina. The organs responsible for the sense of olfaction. Olfaction means smell. Is known as
Nose.
nose. Very good.
Nose.
The renal and hepatic artery, from their name, supply blood to the renal and hepatic artery. Kidneys
Kidney
and
and
liver.
liver.
Yeah, kidneys and liver. Warmness, moisturing, filtering of air that passes to the lungs is a function of
Pharynx.
is the nasal cavity.
Nasal cavity.
Yeah, the reason why it's the nasal cavity is because you know that the nasal cavity has air in one bed, so it filters air. But the pharynx cannot filter air because it does not have anything to filter air with. Hormone implicated in development of secondary sexual characteristics in male is very straightforward.
Testosterone.
Testosterone. Menarche is closely related to menstruation. Menarche means the time menstruation starts in a girl. Okay, that's menarche. Is Mommy Alon now teaching in the primary school? Okay, so menarche, when a young girl starts menstruation, you call that time menarche. Part of uterus that undergoes cyclical change in uterine cycle is the endometrium. Is the endometrium. Menstruation is a phase in dash.
Ovarian cycle.
No, it's the uterine cycle. Dash is responsible for normal, quiet respiration. I told you there's a muscle that helps us with breathing. It's the diaphragm.
Diaphragm.
Yeah. Hormone is secreted by glands into dash. Hormone is secreted by blood. That's the difference between endocrine glands and exocrine glands. Exocrine glands secrete into what?
It's not part of the body.
Exocrine gland secretes into what? They secrete into duct.
Yes, sir.
That's why we have salivary glands secreting into salivary duct, bile going into the bile duct. So anytime you hear duct, it shows that you are talking about an exocrine gland. Gigantism results from abnormality of dash hormone.
Growth hormone.
Haploid number of chromosomes is associated with dash cell division. Haploid. Meiotic, yeah. Mitotic is diploid, while meiotic is haploid. Mitosis results in two daughter cells containing dash number of chromosomes.
46.
Haploid number of chromosome is 23. Diploid number of chromosome is 46. So the answer to this question is 46. Okay, mitosis result. Lipid portion of human blood is the lipid
Plasma.
Sorry, liquid ni mo sọ pé lipid. Plasma, yeah. Plasma. Spinal cord is located in dash body cavity.
Lateral.
Lateral is ṣebí mo ti sọ gbogbo àwọn times yìí fún yín. Lateral is side, ẹ̀gbẹ́, side ni lateral. Posterior is back. Anterior is front. Distal, it depends on, distal means is far. It depends on what you are describing. For instance, my toes, they are distal to my head. It means it's far. Okay, so lateral means side, posterior means back, anterior means front, and distal means, for distal, it has to be two structures that you are describing. Okay, so you say this is distal to this. Okay, then if you want to say it is close to this, what do you use? Which term do you use? You use proxima. Proxima. To say this is closer to this. That's what we use. We use proxima, right? So the answer to this is posterior. A primary organ of respiration located in ventral body cavity is. It is very simple. Respiration, which organ? Lungs. Don't need to be thinking about it. The volume of air inspired or expired with each normal breath is dash. The volume of air inspired or expired with each normal breath is called tidal volume. Tidal volume. So we have uterus is an organ of dash.
Reproduction.
Congenital deficiency of melanin is termed
Melanism.
albinism. Albinism. Yeah, albinism. CNS consists of, they repeated this one again, dash and spinal cord.
Brain.
Brain and spinal cord. Cellular components of blood include
leukocyte.
Cellular
component.
You got it, boys. Leukocytes. Leukocytes. See, most of the time when you see the word sites, it means cell. So even if I don't know this, I would have eliminated the others and picked this site. Because when you see the suffix site in anatomy, it means cell. Hepatocytes. Hepatocytes means liver cells. Okay. Myocytes. Myocyte means muscle cells. Okay, so that's what site means. But leukocytes are white blood cells anyway. So, but it may not always apply. There are cells that don't have sites, like nerve cell, neurons, kidney cells, nephron, no sites. So that you won't go and be looking for sites in the exam. That is an example of gland. Pancreas. Reduced secretion of insulin will result in dash.
Diabetes mellitus.
Diabetes mellitus. Skeleton is important in the following, except skeleton is important.
Reproduction.
Reproduction. Proteolytic enzymes produced by pancreas include the following, except lipase. Yes. Somebody whispered that answer. The person was, are you scared? Lipase is for fats. So trypsin, chymotrypsin, they are produced by the pancreas, carboxypeptidases. So, and trypsin peptide. Mechanism of transport in cells include the following, except
phagocytosis.
Mechanism of transport, yes, phagocytosis. Okay, that's the answer. Substances reabsorbed during urine production does not include substances reabsorbed during urine production does not include
uric acid.
Uric acid. Primary organs of digestion exclude. So here they're asking which one.
Gallbladder.
Yeah,
Gallbladder.
Gallbladder is an accessory organ, which is not an organ of excretion.
Lungs. Mouth.
Lungs. There is carbon dioxide being excreted in the lungs.
Yeah.
Excretory products exclude dash.
Lymph.
Lymph. Facial nerve is dash.
Seven.
That's cranial nerve
That's
7.
seven.
Cranial nerve 7. Which is not an intracellular organelle. Which is not an intracellular organelle.
No.
Cell membrane.
Cell membrane. It covers the organelle. It's not an intracellular organelle. It covers the intracellular organelles. All right, thank you very much. This brings us to the end of this